right? And they're playing with the feast, so bear with us. It's part 2 of the camp. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get back into the spirit here. All right, so before we get started, we'll give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakadash.
A double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who taught us the truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, so we're going to tap back in, man, bring it out. All right, spirit of prophecy, man. All right, so if you want to go ahead. Yes, sir.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision,
Start. Hey, and let us know if the feeds start messing up. Throw it on the comment board for us.
Yeah.
Barbecue shop.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Yeah, so as we brought out earlier, that word run goes into to explain without difficulty, man. All right, being able to have the understanding without being, trapped up. That's the point of the scriptures being made plain via the Spirit. You know.
That's why Revelation 1 and 3 tells you, blessed is he that readeth.
That's right.
That word readeth means to understand or know accurately. And we go and bring these scriptures out so that the elect may be edified.
That's right.
Verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Yeah, so the vision, the prophecies are speaking. At the end it shall speak and not lie. All right, again, this end time technology, man. All right, the left hand, Esau, Jacob's trouble. All right, the return of the Lord, nuclear destruction. All right, I did a lesson going into how these devils are trying to, bring forth peace, but it's all a smoke screen, man. And you can't you can't fight against prophecy, man. Who can resist the will of the Lord? All right. So at the end of the day, all these things have to happen before we enter into that transition of the kingdom, man. Right?
Yep.
So Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 24. The Lord of hosts has sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass. And as I have purposed, so shall it stand.
Right. So the purpose of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to stand. That's the message that we're providing unto our people, is that this report that we're providing through the Holy Spirit is going to take place. Right? Though it tarry, wait for it. It's going to happen. And we're seeing it gradually lead up to these things. That's why, as the elder had made mention at the start of the sermon, it's to the point where Jake is just at they're pretty much locked in. Right? They can't avoid the word of prophecy. They have to make pretty much a avid decision to try and get away from the prophecies that's being delineated. You see? Because ultimately the purpose of the Lord is coming to pass. We're seeing everything point toward World War III, Civil War, martial law, the chip, right? All of these things are taking place, and it's to the point where Jake has nothing to say, right?
You read it. Verse 25. That I will break the Assyrian in my land, and upon my mountains tread him underfoot. Then shall his yoke depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders.
Right, and the modern day Assyrian, right, is akin to America, right? Babylon the Great, right? So the Lord has a purpose to destroy America, right? That's why we see the direction in which society is going is pointing toward the end of this system, right? Can you read it?
This is the purpose that is proposed upon the whole earth, and this is the hand that is stretched out upon all nations.
Mm-hmm.
For the Lord of hosts hath proposed it, and who shall disannul it?
Right. Who shall disannul the purpose of the Most High? Right? Can you read it?
And his hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back?
How are you going to turn back the plans of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai? Okay? There's no way that you can actually do that. So the sensible thing that Jake should do is just get with the program.
Submit.
Right? Submit to the Lord. Stop being stiff-necked. Stop trying to come up your own way. Right? And enter in at the straight gate. Because that's the only way that Jake is actually going to be able to exist in these times and seasons, is through understanding that the purpose of Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to be accomplished. You see, and I'm submitted to that. You see? You get Isaiah 33 and 6.
Submit to be destroyed. You know, the Lord said, did he say that? Those that don't want me to reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me, man.
Luke 13:3, man, repent and perish.
That's it.
And you're either going to get down with the Lord or you're going to lay down.
That's
Man.
it, man.
It's Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
Right, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. We're coming into times where all aspects of stability is being uprooted. Please, could you grab Luke 21 and 25, Baba Michelle? All aspects of stability is being uprooted, primarily, especially within the lives of you tribes, man. You so-called blacks, Latino, Native Americans, and Hispanics. So wisdom and knowledge of these scriptures, the truth, is what's going to be the anchor in these times to come. No other strength is going to be found in that day, right? Because the scriptures speak about in Isaiah 30 that your trust in Egypt will be your shame and confusion, right?
Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Right, the fear of Yahweh Bashim Shai is our treasure, man. Right, being in full reliance of Yahweh Bashim Shai and reverencing and respecting his ways. The Lord tell you go right, go right. Don't fight against the course of the river and try and come up another way, because you're going to doom yourself, man. Right, as the elder had quoted earlier in the book of Proverbs, right? Matter of fact, I'll grab that right quick. Proverbs chapter 22 and 3. You say you got it?
Oh, I didn't.
Okay. Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 3, it says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. Right, and where are you going to be hidden? Right, under the covering of the Lord. Right, under this truth. Right, this banner. It says, but the simple pass on and are punished, and that's what we see happen on a day-to-day basis. Right, our people that turn the shoulder, right, that pretty much plug up their ears to try and avoid hearing the word of the Lord, not understanding that this is supposed to be that sweet savor as we read in 2 Corinthians. Right, but to you it's a stench. Right, to you it's a burden. Not understanding that this word, this truth is supposed to help you. It's supposed to change your life for the better.
It's Psalm chapter 1, and starting in verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
And the scriptures also speak about in the book of Exodus to not follow a multitude to do evil. Right? And that's the exact pathway that this world is going. Right? And we're trying to pull our people up out of that direction, right? And come under the straight, not the broad. Right? Keep reading.
But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. Right? And that being planted, right, goes back to having that stability, man. Right? Being by this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, being those rivers of living water, man. Right? So now we're being nourished, right, so that we can bring forth that right fruit, man. Right? It says, but the ungodly are not so. They are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. So this is what we're seeing, is that lack of stability coming upon unbelievers, man. Right? The inability to be rooted. Right? We're seeing them lose all the foundations that they put their trust in, and we're seeing the only thing that's going to outlast that is the belief in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
No?
There's the scripture. Psalms 25 and 14. And read to the end of the chapter. Just to add on to what you brought out. What's up, bro? Peace, King.
There you go, bro.
So Psalm 25 and 14. The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him.
The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, man. The secrets belong unto the righteous. All right? Amos 3 and what, 7?
Yep.
Go ahead.
The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant.
That's it. Keep going.
Mine eyes are ever toward the Lord, For he shall pluck my feet out of the net.
Hey, the Lord's gonna pluck our feet out of the net, man. Hey, everything about America is a fucking trap, right? And this man is getting ready to come with the ultimate snare, which is gonna be that beast, that chip, man. All right, go ahead.
And that's that Psalm 40, where it speaks about that miry pit, right?
That's it.
That foundation that Yahweh Shai is laying for us to be able to stand and climb up out of it.
Yeah. Hey, I actually looked it up in the lesson that I did, and back then they would throw you in this damn. It was literally like a hole in the ground that was deep, and you couldn't con your way out of that. You see what I'm saying? That and spiritually, we're in that miry pit, or that pit, right? And they said the miry clay in Psalm 40 because you tried to escape out of that pit. You couldn't escape because the clay that was on the wall, she would slip and fall back down. Like quicksand. Yep. So that's essentially how we are in this spiritual sense. You got it, bro.
I made that similar to last night. Dealing with the Batman movie, and then the bang through Bruce Wayne in that pit.
Yep.
You know, the same thing.
There
man.
you go. Yep.
The Lord, you know, He gave us the light to be able to see it and how to get out.
That's it. You got it, bro. Leave Psalms 25, 14 on down to the end of the chapter.
Psalm 25 and 14. The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant. My eyes are ever toward the Lord, for he shall pluck my feet out of the net.
Yeah, he should pluck my feet out of the net. And our eyes have to remain on Yahweh Shai, man. All right? Hey, just like in the wilderness, all right, with Moses, when he had to hold up the brass serpent, right? And Israel was commanded to look at the serpent, because if they didn't, they would get bit by the snake and get put to death. Same thing now, man. You got to keep your eye on the Lord, man. Don't worry about what's going on. Just stay focused on Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Turn thee unto me, and have mercy upon me.
Yep.
For I am desolate and afflicted.
That's right.
The troubles of my heart are enlarged. Oh, bring thou me out of my distresses.
Hey, the troubles are enlarged. Do you understand what's about to happen? This is why we're warning and pleading with Jake. All right, Esau is ready with the sword. All right, the militarization of the police forces, the federal agencies. Great death is coming. Famines. All right, tariffs, supply chain shortages, man. And you know how many videos are on YouTube of people, Jake and Esau alike, complaining about how they can no longer afford groceries, gas, how they having a hard time making it right now. It's tons of videos going out, man. Right?
60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. You have functionally unemployed.
Man.
Where Jake is, you have people that actually make it an income, but they just getting by.
Yep.
So technically, by definition, they would be technically unemployed.
Yeah, you're literally working to pay bills. You don't have anything extra to provide for yourself.
Psalm 25 and 18, or verse 17, slide. The troubles of my heart are enlarged. Oh, bring thou me out of my distresses.
That's right.
Look upon my affliction and my pain, and forgive all my sins.
That's right.
Consider mine enemies, for they are many, and they hate me with cruel hatred.
Yeah, these Edomites are showing you the cruel hatred that they have for you Jakes, you Israelites, man. Ezekiel 35, right?
Perfect example. What Trump he just said about how he don't want to go and cleanse all these museums that's speaking on slavery. Right?
Yeah.
You know, I can read that tweet. He said,
Yep.
this dealing with the Smithsonian. It says Trump announces he will be going after all museums in Washington D.C. that teach how bad slavery was. This is his tweet. It says the museums throughout Washington, well, all over the country, are essentially the last remaining segment of woke. The Smithsonian is out of control, where everything discussed is how horrible our country is, how bad slavery was, and how unaccomplished the downtrodden have been. Nothing about success, nothing about brightness, nothing about the future. We are not going to allow this to happen. And I have instructed my attorney to go through the museums and start the exact same process that has been done with colleges and universities, where tremendous progress has been made. This country cannot be woke because woke is broke. We have the hottest country in the world, and we want people to talk about it, including in our museums. So Trump is essentially declaring war on Jake in all aspects now. So now this man wants to wipe away your history. All right, now these Edomites, all right, are becoming more and more proud about what they've done to him. So this should be even more of a wake-up call to our people. Let them know that this devil is about to come down with great wrath, like it says in Revelation 12.
Psalm 25 and 19. Consider mine enemies, for they are many, and they hate me with cruel hatred. Oh, keep my soul and deliver me. Let me not be ashamed, for I put my trust in thee. Let integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait on thee.
Can I get right quick this? The definition of integrity means strict moral code, and uprightness is defined as adherence to strict moral compass or righteousness. You see, and these are the very tenets that the elect are exercising in these times, showing forth that fear of the Lord. You know, as we read in Isaiah 33 and 6.
Psalm 25 and 21. Let integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait on thee. Redeem Israel, O Most High, out of all of this troubles.
That's it, man. So again, the focus has to be and only be is Yahweh Shah, man. He's the only way out of this situation that we're getting ready to go through, man. There's no other way. And this is what we're trying to tell our people, man. Jake is trusted in arms, guns, how they gonna survive on their own will, and whatever master plan the nigga got made up in his mind, it ain't gonna work. You know? The only solution is the Lord. Right? And those that refuse to continue to put off the Lord, all right, hey, the Lord's gonna leave you to be destroyed. You know?
Me and the brother priest, we were discussing this last night. You know, that slogan of the NWO, the WEF, you will own nothing and be happy. We're literally seeing that that's not just an instance that you just wake up one day and you don't own anything. That's a transition that's taking place over time. So that aspect of not being able to own anything, that deprives you of a sense of defense because you don't have access to whatever it is that you have as your own.
Yeah.
That's just being loaned to you. So
Yeah, like example, just look at how the transition of money went. All right, we went from, you know, cash, which cash at one point was redeemable by gold and silver, and then when they brought in the IRS, what's the joint? That they,
Federal Reserve?
Yeah, the Federal Reserve. Flock you. They took the gold, you know, and pretty much gave you IOU notes. That's pretty much what cash is now. All right, it's not backed by that. And then now it has went digital to where you don't see people really with physical money anymore, man. It's just numbers on an app. And so, like the brother was saying, all right, it's gonna come a point in time to where everybody's gonna wake up and their accounts are gonna be drained. It's just gonna be zero, so you're not gonna have any money. But you also see that with your physical assets, man. Like we were discussing, all right, you see how at one point just looking at things like music, you know, entertainment. Why do you think everything is streaming? Because they don't want you to physically have nothing, man. That's you know, going into what we call digital feudalism. You know, so these are all processes that Esau has been doing to strip you little by little of your goods, man.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, and verse 7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender.
right, the borrower is servant unto the lender. So that's like, as brothers are speaking about this techno-feudalism that's being established right now before the people, the aspect that you don't own your vehicles. Like they have now, people are leasing used vehicles. When did they start doing that? Right?
Right.
You're leasing a vehicle that's already been owned, right? People are not able to own the rights to their to the music that they have or the apps, right? Or whatever it is that a lot of people typically, they don't really have ownership over their belongings. But what we're trying to connect that with the scripture is that people are subject to the lender, right? This is that feudalist system that's being established, right? Where Esau is going to have leverage over you as the lender. And you will be subject unto him to have access to those things. You want to be able to exist in his system, you're going to have to go to him. This is how that image is being forwarded further, especially as this surveillance state grows stronger, as the image of the beast has a deeper stronghold over the earth now.
They own the money and the resources, man. So therefore, they own you.
Yep.
If I could make just an example of that, I put in chat, just dealing with the example I gave of the CDs and all that stuff. So it says the shift from physical ownership, CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, and even downloaded MP3s to purely streaming-based access is very much in line with the broader "you will own nothing" trend. Whatever or whether you call it the Great Reset, subscription economy, or digital feudalism, the effect is the same. You no longer own the medium you pay for. You're merely renting access under a license that can be revoked, altered, or censored at any time. You know, and this is going to affect all aspects of life. You know.
Did you get that Luke 21 and 25? We get that word for perplexity.
This is Luke 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars.
And we see that that's happening, right? The various planetary alignments, the blood moons, the various signs in the heavens, right? This is all signs that the Lord forewarned of to show his inevitable return.
Yeah, like this 2 major blood moons that's about to come in the next month or so. You know? It says, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the seas and the roars roar, and the waves roar.
Right, and we're seeing that distress in the earth grow more and more, right? As the scriptures speak about in Proverbs 29 and 2, right? When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people what? They mourn, right? There's distress in the earth that's tied directly to the seed of Edom being in the seat of power.
This man is literally about to be rationing out resources, man.
Right.
People already can't make a living. People are crying out all over the internet, man. You know how many videos bro's done and videos we've seen where people are crying? What's the point of even being alive? Right?
We're coming in the movie, like you seen that movie In Time with Justin Timberlake. That's the type of society that we're coming to, man.
Yep.
To where they literally, their lives were based upon the credits that they were given.
That's it. Yeah.
You know, that's how this shit's about to be, man. If Esau, you know, is rationing out carbon, so you're gonna be restricted to how much meat you can eat, how many times you can pop your woman, all right, whatever. You know, they're gonna regulate your life down to the smallest detail.
That's it.
That's how we know this man is the devil, man.
That's it. We need salvation.
Right. Good example. Watch that the one Black Mirror episode with the guy from Get Out. You know, it show you how they're trying to do things, man.
Yeah.
But that word perplexity, I went to the Strong's room, 639. It says to be without resources, to be in straits.
Right, to be without resources. We're seeing the resources being stripped from the people.
That's it.
Right? They're in straits. We're seeing people are in difficult positions trying to make it in this world. Right? The cost of living crisis is continuing to grow. Right? You just had the report come out that the U.S. debt crisis has gotten worse. Right? And that's a direct correlation that impacts the civilians. Right? The economy is becoming stagnant. Right? So it's a lack of bread for people to really get. Right? As far as money. Right? And as far as the access to food and resources, man. Because the supply chain is about to get hit with these tariffs. They just came out with a report that said that, and niggas would post this. Niggas was like, the PlayStation is about to get more expensive. And all niggas' eyebrows went up like, why that's happening? Wait, whoa, what you mean the PlayStation get more expensive? The PlayStation been out. And the PS5 is the exact same one that came out 5 years ago. But now it's about to get more expensive. But all of that ties into the fact that things are about to get more expensive. So your access to getting things is about to tighten.
They got now where you don't even gotta buy the game no more. You can just download it from the PSN server. They show you they're doing that, but everything, bro. So you know, like when they said that, you will own nothing to be happy. They meant that shit, man. Even the clothes, because like what you see now, you have where the type of economy, like you can sell and trade clothing, shoes, stuff like that. They were doing that in Rome, you know. So They said that like you're gonna own 3 outfits
Yeah.
and- for a year and have to give it back, and they'll give you a new 3 cents, and you have to just deal with that. You know, this is showing you that where we're coming to, man.
Sure. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 5. All right. Sirach 5 and 7, it says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance, right? So everything we're talking about out here, again, it ties back into the security of the people. You know, when people have security and comfort, they're not worried. All right, prophecy is not on the mind. All right, they're not concerned with what's going on. But once that security and comfort is removed, then it's a wrap.
For example,
Right.
2020, everybody was perplexed because you were locked in your house. All right, certain states were stricter with the restrictions, so you couldn't go out. About the little pass.
Yep.
You go to the store. The stores are rationing out how much a product you can buy, like whether it's toilet paper, food or whatnot.
That was a sign to come.
Yeah. So all that was just a preview of what Esau's really about to do.
Yeah. Yep. People was panic buying.
Yeah.
Right? So they're gonna shut that shit down too. You ain't gonna be able to just rack up on fucking toilet paper and paper towels, man.
And also they're telling people to like if you know somebody that's like stocking up, that to snitch on them.
Yeah. That's it.
It's a little bit more than this.
Yeah. It says to be in straits, to be left wanting, to be embarrassed, to be in doubt.
This shit gonna be embarrassing for people, man. Like, how the fuck did I put my trust in this world? Everything that I busted my ass for, all the weird ass rituals that people try to do to try and get a level up in society, all of that for nothing. You wasted all of your life trying to be something in this world for nothing, only for everything to crash and burn on you. That's embarrassing. Shame and confusion.
To not know which way to turn, to be at loss with oneself, to be in doubt.
Right. To be at loss with oneself. Niggas ain't gonna have no self-confidence. Niggas ain't gonna have no reliance. They not gonna know what to do, where to turn to, right? Because what was their foundation built upon? Sand. It wasn't built upon that rock. It's not gonna be able to withstand those waves crashing on that house.
I got that.